Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, of course, today is the start of Big Rock. It's usual, a sign that summer is truly here. The competition, the 6-day fishing venture, is on the way. Now, it's going to be featuring daily public weigh-ins that began earlier today at around 9 a.m. and will continue until 3 p.m. Now, 43 of the 272 boats are taking part on day one. Weigh-ins will start at around 4 p.m. after each day of fishing at Big Rock Landing in Morehead City. The tournament is one of the biggest sport fishing tournaments held in the United States, drawing more than 200 competitors each year. Festivities began on Friday, reeling in the Kelly Wagner Lady Anglers Tournament, which is one of the largest ladies-only events in the world and benefits local cancer research. An awards party and celebration will be held at the end of the tournament on Sunday. Be sure to tune in to WITN on air and online each day to keep up with the latest on the tournaments. Of course, you'll be able to find out more on the tournaments and the live happenings right here on the First Alert Desk. Is when a boat catches a blue. Obviously, we will be right here with you again as that boat approaches the landing and give you again a live look at any of those blues making their way to Big Rock. Well, now we want to turn our attention to the ongoing feud between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk over the Big Beautiful Bill and government spending. NBC's Garrett Hake has more on the latest developments.
This morning, President Trump's sweeping new travel ban now fully in effect, barring citizens from a dozen countries, primarily in Africa and the Middle East. The ban also limits entry for nationals of several other countries. The president announced the ban last week, citing national security.
Frankly, we want to keep bad people out of our country.
Democrats arguing the ban is bigoted and unconstitutional. Also this morning, the president is making it clear his one-time alliance with former top ally Elon Musk is over after their split exploded on social media last week, sparked by Musk's condemnation of the president's signature tax and border security bill.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore.
In a weekend phone interview with Meet the Press moderator Kristen Welker, President Trump said he had, quote, no reason to repair the partnership with Musk, adding, I have no intention of speaking to him. For his part, Musk deleted some posts on X in which he tried to link the president to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Musk, who headed up the Department of Government Efficiency until his departure last month, spent nearly $300 million backing Mr. Trump and Republicans in 2024. The president now warning Musk against supporting Democrats in next year's midterm elections, telling NBC News without providing details, quote, he'll have to pay very serious consequences if he does that. Republican lawmakers largely shrugging off Musk's opposition to the bill.
I didn't go out to craft a piece of legislation to please the richest man in the world. What we're trying to do is help hardworking Americans who are trying to provide for their families and make ends meet.
And again, that was NBC's Garrett Hake reporting. We now turn our attention to your weather forecast, where today is looking pretty good out there. Lots of sunshine, air temperatures certainly warm, humidity also quite high, and that's making it feel even warmer out there. But we are closing in again on summer. June 1st was not only the start of hurricane season, but also the start of meteorological summer. So the fact that we're hot shouldn't really surprise anyone. Here's a look at what we've got outside right now. Washington right now, 84 degrees, but it feels like 89 thanks to a 70-degree dew point. By the southwesterly wind right now blowing in at around 7 miles an hour. Certainly comfortable. We've got a little bit of cloud cover over our skies, but mostly sunny throughout most of eastern North Carolina right now. Currently 85 degrees in New Bern along the Neuse River, but it feels like 92 thanks to a dew point in the low 70s. Dew points are very important to your forecast. They really determine just kind of really to me, it's how much am I going to sweat when I step outside. Right now, as you head out the door, humidity is only going to make these air temperatures feel warmer. Right now, currently, your air temperatures are in the low to mid 80s, anywhere between around 80 degrees up to about 85 right now in New Bern. but when you factor in the humidity, it feels like we're in the upper 80s to low 90s. And over the past 24 hours, humidity hasn't really done a whole lot of changing. And unfortunately, over the next 24 hours, it's not going to do a whole lot of changing either. Now, we've got several areas of low pressure kind of surrounding the eastern half of the country. Will eventually bring in a pretty good chance of rain and storms to the region. We've got tomorrow as a first alert weather day, as those storms coming in late tomorrow evening to tomorrow night could potentially turn severe. There's also a high pressure system that will follow that boundary, which will help push it out into the Atlantic. But again, we could perhaps sneak in a few extra rain showers there as that front stays stalled near the coast, close enough to again promote maybe a few more rain chances as we head through the tail end of this week, specifically Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Rain chances won't be excessively high over those 3 days, but they will still be present, mostly due to the heat and humidity combo. We're not looking at any sort of major rain-making system rolling in. It's just the fact that we are hot, we are humid, and it is summertime, so kick off those afternoon showers and storms. That is the pattern we are going to see tail end of this week, even extending into the upcoming weekend. Well, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather right here on the First Alert Desk coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful Monday.